Today's episode is brought to you by the Twisted Fork. Eat, drink, and enjoy. Mouthole BBQ is in the house today. Welcome, Ray and Nikki.
Howdy.
Hello.
Thank you for coming to the show.
All super enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'll do all the enthusiasm for all of us. How's that? Because I love your restaurant. I love your food. I love your concept. Everything about Mouthole BBQ in Gulfgate is fantastic.
Thank you.
We appreciate
It's
that.
become one of my favorite restaurants. You guys see me there all the time.
We do.
Yeah, we appreciate
I
it.
noticed you didn't come last Friday.
You know what? You did notice that. See, I like the cheesy beef, and I'm going to get into cheesy beef in a second. Unfortunately, my job, I can't always eat my favorite foods because I'm busy. So it pisses me off. But so a local award-winning barbecue specializing in traditional barbecue, artisan burgers, and Hawaiian comfort food. Okay, you're located in Gulfgate, Sarasota, Florida. You're at 2637 Mall Drive, and you're open Wednesdays through Saturdays. You do lunch from 12 to 3, and you do dinner from 5 to 8. And at 3 o'clock, you lock that door
We lock it.
because you got to get ready for 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because I came at 2:59, and the door was locked, and I was like, damn it.
Sometimes if there's people in there, we just, they get to stay till like 3:20, 3:30 to eat. We let be, if you're in there, then you get to stay in there.
Yeah.
But that door's getting locked, right?
Well, because you're so busy, I mean, you only open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you only open 4 out of the 7 days. But you guys, I mean, every time I drive by, every time I'm in there, when you're posting things, it's just, you're like selling out of your product.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the demand is very high. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell us your story. How did you get into cooking? How did you get into this particular line of work?
So I'm a cigar smoker. We used to have these big like cookouts for all our cigar friends. We'd have 30, 40 to 50 people at the house, and I would make barbecue. And I grew up watching my dad man the grill. He wouldn't let anybody touch the shit. And so I, was fascinated with cooking with fire, with smoke, and I've always done it. And one day she was like, it's cool having our friends here. We're feeding these motherfuckers for free. I don't want to feed them for free. We can make money at doing this. And then some of our other friends were like, dude, if y'all, if you were to charge for this, I'd buy it every time. And so it kind of started out as like a little side hustle, like a hobby. Because she was working, I was a full-time tradesman. I was a service plumber. And it's just something that just got bigger and bigger and bigger until, at one point she quit her job to do Mouthole full-time, to take care of the bookend. And then finally, when I felt that we had amassed enough following for me to quit my job plumbing, then I quit.
That was scary.
Yeah, that's really hard to walk away from. I was a commissioned plumber, so I basically made exactly what I wanted to make. If I wanted to make more, then I'd tell the office, look, I need some big jobs. If I wanted to make less because I was feeling lazy, I'd just be like, look, hand these things off to somebody else. And having the knowledge I have for the plumbing industry, I was able to get like a lot of big paying, the bigger jobs. Not necessarily harder work, but just jobs that no one else could really. There wasn't anybody at the companies that could do them. So I got to pick and choose a lot. And it was really scary leaving that comfort and that stability. But we had already, we discussed it for a couple of years, and we had the followers. It was just something that her and I had to trust.
You had to make a leap.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, for real, for
Now,
sure.
you like to cook, and you were very good at cooking, but you're also, your food tastes delicious. So that's a whole different thing. I mean, anybody can probably cook, but your food is out of this world. Where did you learn how to cook these delicious things you make?
So my mom, we have a big family. Every Thanksgiving, any excuse for a holiday, she would make enough food for 100 people. I don't care if there's 12 people coming or 30 people coming. There was enough food to feed 100. And her job, she was a catering manager on Fort Monroe for the Fort Monroe Officers Club. So we always, would go with her to work. She'd make us wash dishes, whatever it was. But I was always around food service, her cooking, because cooking for her and I at home, and then cooking for somebody, the food that's got to last the whole day at a restaurant, they're two completely separate things. So it always like jerks my chain when someone's like, "Oh, I can cook that at home," but you're cooking for 4 people. You're buying enough meat for 4 people. Try buying enough meat for 500 burgers, for 1,000 burgers, and see, and then factor in the labor that it takes to do all that. Because I think our prices are fairly competitive, but even sometimes when we go out, I'll get the check and be like, "Holy shit, what the hell did we get?" But I know what goes behind all that. So
Yeah.
To me, like lunch is usually $20 for me wherever I go.
yep, yeah.
And for $20, I come to your place and I thoroughly enjoy it, and I'm full. I mean, for what I'm getting. Let's talk a little bit about the menu. Let's start with lunch. So Wednesday you do Reubens.
Yep.
You do a corned beef Reuben, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll do a turkey Reuben, or you can get both.
Yeah, you can get a mixture with both meats on it.
So now, you learn over time how much meat you should buy, knowing what you're going to do, and then you try to like make sure you run out so you don't have any leftovers. Like, is that the trick?
Yeah,
Is to keep your inventory low.
Yeah, we keep. I mean, we keep track of the numbers to where it would go right to the point where we sell out, and that's we track it for a couple weeks, for a month or so, and if it stays at that level, like if only 1 or 2 people come in after we sold out, then I'm fine with that. But if 15 or 20 come in, then that means we have to obviously up the level.
Season's coming.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is, I mean, you guys had a really good summer. You're going to have a fantastic season.
Yeah.
I hope so. But on the flip side of that, we've already started noticing some of our local regulars haven't been coming out as much. And it happens. Something we've seen over the years is like the locals hibernate. They start seeing the out of town license plates, and it's like they disappear. They want to stay at home more.
I agree with that. Like, I don't go to the beach during season because I don't want to deal.
Yeah.
And I like getting around. So like, but again, I think, and again, because I'm a foodie, I think that because your food is so delicious that you have a lot of repeat customers. I mean,
we do. We've had some of the same customers for 12 years. They'd follow the truck around, and now they have a spot to go.
We should talk about that, because before you were brick and mortar, you were a truck.
Mm.
And before that, we were just a tent and a tow behind smoker.
Tent and a smoker.
Okay, so you decided to do this full time. So you had the tent and the smoker, and then you graduated to the truck, and then you did the brick and mortar.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the next step would be what, another brick and mortar?
I don't know.
I mean, the biggest thing with that is the quality of the food, obviously. Some of our regulars, the guy, really great guy, he's got multiple gyms, and he was like, the hardest thing for me to do after opening multiple locations was to accept that every location that I'm not at is going to be 80, 85%. So my location's obviously going to be 100%. If I go to this other location, it's going to be 100.
Sure.
And another thing, with that is I can't really readily accept that because I'm an asshole in the kitchen,
Things have to be perfect.
Yeah. Because I want, if you came and eat 6 months ago, I want that burger or whatever it is you had to taste exactly the same. Unless there was a big ingredient change, the shit better taste the same.
Like, recently we changed that cheese on the cheesy beef, but I came out and asked you about it to see how you liked it.
And actually it was an improvement.
Yeah, because if the customers hate it, then
it was an
wouldn't do
improvement. It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was probably the most delicious thing I ever put in my mouth.
I really like that cheese.
Yeah. I'm glad
the cheesy beef. So since you brought it up, well, let's finish. Wednesday night's going to be Reuben. Wednesday day. Well, day and night, right?
Day and night.
Until it runs out. Now you do a meatloaf. And the cool thing about the meatloaf is that this is the best meatloaf I've ever had. I'm not a big meatloaf guy, but you could get the meatloaf on a sandwich or you can get it on a plate.
Yeah.
Right?
Or you can get a Hawaiian style on a bowl of rice with a fried egg on top.
So now Hawaiian style, is that like chopped up or is it just one big slab of meat?
Yeah, they do a thing called loco moco, and it's just basically a ground beef steak served on a bed of rice, smothered in gravy, top with a fried egg. And that's traditional loco moco. But the recipe for the loco moco beef is really similar to what I'm doing with our meatloaf, because my mom's Hawaiian. So when she made this meatloaf, this is exactly how,
So Hawaiian meatloaf is different than your traditional American meatloaf?
No, I wouldn't say.
Or is it the sauce, maybe?
I wouldn't say that. The gravy. It's the gravy. And even our gravy is a little bit different. If it has like a small Asian flair to it.
But isn't there a sweetness to it as well?
Kinda. Yeah, definitely. But the biggest things we try to hit on is the simplicity of some of the recipes. because I mean, some of our peers, some of our friends, they own awesome restaurants and they do a lot of awesome things. And you get presented something. I don't give a shit. If it's a hot dog, but it'll come to your table. It don't look like a hot dog, and it don't taste like a hot dog. And I can appreciate stuff like that, but that's not what
Is
we
it too
want.
artsy fartsy maybe like that? Like you're more of a in your face. Here it is.
Yeah, I just think that
Exactly.
people, that the cooking, that the industry, because everybody wants to be super creative, and I get it. I love that, but on the flip side, for me, is if I want it all to be for them to have that home cooked feel when
Without
they're
a doubt.
eating it.
Without a
Yeah.
doubt. I mean, the fact that you're doing it on a top as opposed to a grill, that adds to flavor, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure your beef, is it more of a proprietary type of blend, or are you getting different kinds of meat and you're putting them together?
We use
No.
we use a 80/20 ground beef.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but
And the
it's
seasonings and
it's
the
the highest
sauces.
quality that any most food purveyors carry.
You know who makes a great burger? Patrick's on Main Street. Have you ever tried their Monday night special?
No.
So on Monday night they put the burger on sale, and you have to eat it only, and eat in, and you have to buy a drink. But there's a line out the door because I met with the owner Sully a long time ago, and he said, "Yeah, man, he just has a proprietary blend that he doesn't want to tell me what's in it, but he handpicks what he wants in there, and that's what they make for
Mhm.
him. So it's got a little bit of chuck, probably like a little bit of
Yeah, we did do that in the beginning. We were getting different blends and putting them together, but the problem is the consistency always changes, and not necessarily the flavor of it, but sometimes you can tell that it's a little different, and that's what I don't want, because I need the burger to taste exactly as it tasted a year ago, 2 years from now, whatever it is. Because if you tell somebody about a flavor profile from Mouthole and it's not there for the person you told, then that's where we failed right there.
I
Yeah.
would say it's consistent, and in my opinion, everything is very consistent. I mean, the smash burger is always cooked perfectly. There's always the right proportions of cheese, and ingredients to it.
Well, we've
Yeah.
even got dinged on not being a traditional smash burger, because we use 5.5 ounces of meat, and there's absolutely no way that I could smash that down enough to get like the crispy edges, to get it paper thin. I mean, the fucking thing would be like a frisbee. You know, it's literally almost double the meat that a traditional smash burger has. So
The
it's
process is the same.
yeah, it's more like a smash burger as in process. We got a big ball of meat, we smash it down, but some smash burger purists have said something
Yeah.
to us, and it's like, bro, what do you want me to do?
Well, you know what I love about that, and I was going to bring this up in the interview here, is that you have a reputation for basically telling your customers it is what it is, and not really caring about their feelings. I mean, if somebody comes
Yeah.
up to you and gives you a Karen attitude, you're just going to tell them to go F off.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that about you guys, man, because you have the freedom to do that.
Yeah.
See, I work in corporate America, man, so I can never do that, right?
Like-
but when you own your own business,
I
you
mean,
can tell somebody, say, "Hey, I'm not going to serve you. Get out of here." If
Yeah.
you wanted to, right?
yeah. And the biggest thing with that is if you came to us and be like, hey, this is off a little bit, or I didn't like this, then we can rectify. We can work with you. I mean, we've given discounts, we've given people gift cards, we've refunded money, all because I want to make the customer happy
Sure.
Yeah.
on the spot. If you come to me, we can fix it. But if you leave a review without coming to me, and I have no way to correspond with you except for
Yeah.
a Google review on online, then you're gonna
Yeah.
get the blunt end of the stick.
A lot of cowards out there. There are people that
There
are
are.
cowards.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't understand how anybody can be unhappy or disappointed at anything in your menu because it's so damn delicious. So let's get more into the menu again. So now we're talking about Friday cheesy beef. We talked about the new cheese. The cheesy beef is fantastic. When I try to explain it to people, I'm like, well, it's their version of a Philly cheesesteak,
Yeah.
right? Is that
Yeah.
safe to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't think you have green pepper in there, though, right? You just have a
No.
little
Just
bit of
onion.
Just a little bit of
Um,
onion.
But it's we smoke the whole eye around, and then we
Yeah, people
we
don't
prep it.
realize that meat is whole. They're
Yeah.
about 8 pounds, 5 to 8 pounds a piece. We smoke it, chill it, slice it super thin, and then chop it, and then prep it on the griddle like a cheesesteak.
So all this equipment's in that store. Like there's nothing
that
outside.
tiny little kitchen.
So you gave it the smoke, everything in there. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if you had a second smoker, would that help you guys? Would you sell more meat, or is it like you're happy with selling as much as you are right now?
The problem is where to put it in the building because it's just such a small space. We need a
Yeah.
bigger spot.
I mean,
But we don't want to leave Gulfgate.
we would definitely outgrown that. But again, if we made more, sure as shit, we would be holding more at the end of the night.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
I'm going to be very curious to see how you do in season, because now that the word is spreading, like I'm telling people all over town about you guys. This podcast is going to come out. I mean, I'm not saying we're not Joe Rogan, but nonetheless, the word's getting out. So I think that more and more people are going to show up. Every time I'm in there and I see somebody for the first time, I say to them, "Oh, is this your first time?" There was a couple next to me. This lady got the cheesy beef because that's what I was talking about, and she loved it. She loved it. So, so now we'll talk about some traditional barbecue. So let's talk about the ribs, right? And you do pork and some of the other things you do, more like a dinner time, right? It's more of a dinner thing.
Yeah, the ribs, they get on the menu at 5 o'clock every Saturday because they go in the smoker by 9 o'clock in the morning. So they're in the smoke for 3 to 4 hours. We take them out, treat them, and then they rest until dinner time.
So you always sell out of your ribs. I mean, that's a fact,
Always.
right? Everybody knows this.
Always.
Because there's people waiting online.
Well, we had one rack left the other night, surprisingly. That was weird.
But how are they sold? Are they sold by the rack or the half rack?
Only by the rack, because we use St. Louis ribs. So one side of the rack is meaty and fatty, and the other side of the rack is lean. So if I were to cut that in half, then someone is going to get, the not so meat, just the lean side, then someone's going to get a fatty side.
So to make it simple for your customer, you package it up, right? You have like a package, like you get this and this and this all for one deal, right?
Yeah. Combos,
right?
Plate combos, yeah.
Right. And we do that meat
skull cornbread,
yep.
The beans, right?
Yep.
And I love your fries. And before I met you, before you told me, I knew where those fries came from because I'm a huge Twisted Fork guy.
Yeah.
And I'm friends with Marcus and Bert Parsley. They've been on this show.
Yeah.
They're both musicians, and my band plays there regularly.
Thanks for telling everybody.
But they do the fatter beer battered ones. We do the
There's a big. So those come in a bunch of different sizes. They come because there's a season too. Yeah. And so when we've been going there since they opened. I mean, being motorcycle
enthusiasts. So you know those guys.
Oh yeah,
they're great guys, right?
Yeah, we've eaten there.
Food's delicious.
Plenty of time. Yeah. Well, both the bikes we got at the house are bought from Bert's.
Okay.
So I told one of our food reps that I was like, this is what I want, and it took them a while to find it. And
it's just the way that they're cut by a machine, right?
Yeah.
But it's perfect because that's the perfect French fry, and it fits into your whole mouthhole motif, kind of cool, right? A little trendy, right?
Yeah.
And that's your traditional French fry.
And they're great with the cheese sauce. Even better with the new cheese sauce.
Oh, they're so good with the cheese sauce. A lot of people will buy the sidewinder, the side basket, and then take it home, and then customers told us they fried eggs and put eggs over it.
Interesting. I should do that. I should buy a side basket.
Yeah, they heat it up in the the air fryer, and they're like, oh, it's just as good as when it was cooked fresh.
So I'm going to remind the audience that you're open for lunch 12 to 3 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So just those 4 days. You close because you have to, and then you get ready for dinner 5 to 8 those same 4 days.
Yep.
So if you want to come Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you're shit out of luck because you ain't going to be
out of luck. Yeah. That's to keep our sanity.
Gulfgate is a fantastic place. The only problem I think some people may have is finding parking. You can get creative and you can park down the street and walk. If you're trying to get one of those little spots right in front, especially with my big truck, I'm like, I learned to go around and I park over here and just, you figure it
out. All the businesses there have a back door too. So, if you could access our restaurant through our back door. And it says Mouthole. So there's parking all in the back too.
Dude, I didn't know that. I could be like a VIP and I can go back there and get my cheesy beef.
Yeah, by code we have to have the back door unlocked and people can come in and out of it.
So available for dine-in, pickup, and for catering your next event.
If we can squeeze it in.
Yeah, how are you going to cater? You guys are so busy. You guys never leave the store.
We do pickup. They do pickup.
Yeah.
We do pick up big barbecue orders, and if it's somebody that we've done a lot of business with, if they want burgers or something like that, then we'll do that.
How can people find you online? What's the social? What's the website? What's the
on Facebook? It's Mouthole BBQ and Mouthole Smash Burgers. We're about to. So they're two separate pages because one we were going to reserve for the food truck, but I think we're going to merge the pages and make them one. But Mouthole BBQ is the longest standing Facebook page, and then on Instagram it's Mouthole Smash Burgers and Barbecue. or Mouthole Burgers and Barbecue. And then our website is mouthole.com. MOUTHOLE.com.
Only one H.
Only one H.
One word, one H.
Mouthole. As you can see, Mouthole. So I got this cup. I get free drinks when I come here, like soda? Yep. I can put soda in there.
Yep.
It's great. That's a great deal. All right. So Mouthole doesn't need hype. The food speaks for itself. No fluff, no gimmicks, just real smash burgers and barbecue done the way they're supposed to be. We're serving our cult-like following and friends at our brick and mortar location in Gulfgate, Sarasota, next to the Rocket Man.
Good old Rocket Man.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about some of your hobbies and interests too, because one of the nice things about you, you're very active on social media, and whenever you guys go on vacation, you like to put your pictures up. So you're both motorcycle enthusiasts, correct?
We are. I don't ride mine anymore.
She's afraid of it.
I'll ride it around the block. That's about it.
Did you have a bad experience or something?
No, he bought new pipes for it and did a bunch of stuff to it.
We got a 2-stage on it, and it made it really punchy.
It's too fast.
It sounds super intimidating, and it got a little bit, I don't even like riding it. It's a good bar hopper. It's a Softail Slim, and it's lowered. It's got cholo pipes.
Nice
got fishtails on it. Super nice bike.
How about your bike?
I got a Street Glide Special.
Is that a bigger bike?
Yeah, it's a bagger. Okay. So it's a full size. And we've ridden it all the way to South Dakota.
So can I stop you for a second? Explain that to somebody who's not a motorcycle enthusiast. You take a motorcycle from Florida and you go to South Dakota. Yeah. So obviously you have to, that's a lot of planning. You got to figure out where the hell you're going to stop, how much gas you got, or how you can get to this and that. I mean, that's pretty.
We had a little bit of planning involved. That's probably where we're the type of people that we will fly by the seat of our pants in a heartbeat, because planning to me is just like, you're not getting the raw dog version of it, so we would end up, I'll be like, oh, if we travel 600 to 700 miles, we can end up in this area. So we would pick a hotel, and that would be our destination. So if we were 1,000 miles behind, we would have to make that up because we wanted to make that destination. If we didn't make it there and stop sooner, then we would do that. But most of the times, and we also base a lot of our stops around stuff we've seen on the Food Network, or, like Adam Richman, Man vs. Food, or Guy Fieri. So a lot of the stuff, and to be honest, every place that we stopped that's been featured on the Food Network sucked.
Yeah.
Terrible.
We've been very disappointed in food.
Yeah. Do they still do that Man versus Food, or the other thing? Yeah, Diners, Drives and Dives. They still
he does. He still has his show, Guy Fieri. But Adam Richman, he stopped doing a show, and then someone else picked it up, and it just.
You know what? We need to get Guy Fieri to come to your store. How do we do that?
I don't know if I want him there.
Really?
He had a ghost kitchen in was it downtown? He had that little.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a ghost kitchen downtown, and I'm not sure.
I buy his sauce. He's got these sauces you can buy at Publix.
I knew when he was on, was it Chopped? I think first.
Yeah.
Whatever show it was, I was like, this guy's gonna win. And even if he didn't win, his personality was so big, they were gonna let.
Yeah, he's got a great personality.
Yeah, they were gonna rig it to where he was gonna win.
I can see you as a future type of Guy Fieri guy that can go around and be on TV and be that guy.
People say it, they say that.
They do, but people don't see. They don't see my other side.
Your mean side. So be like the guy from the British guy. What's his name? Gordon Ramsay. Like telling people to go fuck. You suck.
Definitely. They and a lot. I mean, people love me. But they definitely. There's two sides of me.
Before the food truck, when we were just a tent and a smoker, we'd have long lines, and he'd be throwing a fit and throwing food, and people love that shit.
Well,
when's Ray gonna melt down again?
Here's what I think. I think that you're an artist, right? And you're creating art, and there's things you want to be the way that you want it to be. And the reason why you're so damn good and so damn popular is because you're delicious, and whatever you're doing it right. So you have to be a little bit. I'm not going to say, for lack of a better word, mad.
Yeah.
A mad scientist to a point where control. You had mentioned that before. You wanted the quality to be the same every time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you probably have the same guy working for you, right? You trained him.
Yeah.
Right.
He
be
sucks.
Your side guy.
He sucks.
He sucks.
He sucks, but he's the best guy in the world. But he doesn't come from a culinary background at all.
He just knows what we show him.
Yeah, so
which is
but
cool
isn't
because
that-
he
isn't that
can't
good
fuck up.
sometimes?
I mean, he
Isn't that
fucks
good?
up, but he
Because
can't.
if he's highly trainable and he doesn't know any better,
Yeah.
he'll do exactly what you show him to do.
Yeah, but the problem with that is I don't come from a culinary background, so I'm sure like if a chef came in there and saw what I was doing, sometimes he'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You're doing
dude?"
exactly what you want to do, though. We're
True,
we're
but
making
I'm
the
just
food that we
saying,
want to
as far
make.
as like, you know, people's expertise in the kitchen or whatever.
Oh,
you
fuck
know,
them.
I made it my own.
Sure.
And because another restaurant that the chef there is just fucking amazing. He's plenty of awards. His sous chef came in he's been in a couple times. When he was leaving, he came over. Thanks for a great meal, chef. He called me chef, and you know, in my head, it's hard to process that a real chef would be calling me chef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's I mean, I'm totally flattering and like the best compliment that I could ever get.
Hey, I'd like to thank everybody for watching the show. I've been doing it now for over a year. And if you like it, please go ahead and hit the like button and please subscribe. And also share it with your family and friends. That would be great. Love you guys. Thank you. I would think that some of the best cooks and bakers around the world are not trained and schooled and not officially called chef.
Yeah.
You know, they just have a love for it and a passion for it, right?
That's what I keep
And a
telling
skill
him.
set.
Yeah, but there's certain things that someone with a culinary background would see during food preparation,
Right.
that my guy just can't see.
Like maybe you're
because
not chopping it right, or you're not doing this.
Oh,
right,
for sure,
you know?
100%,
Right.
100%. So, and which is fine with me because I got to look at everything. I got to put, you know.
At the end of the day, what's the bottom line? You have a product that people love, and you're making people happy, and you're making money, and you're getting paid for it, right? You're getting paid for something that you love to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't complain about that.
Let's talk about the motif that you've chosen. Let's talk about the blues that you play. When the first thing is Gulf Gate is kind of can I say eclectic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Neighborhood
Oh yeah.
to begin with. So it's nice when you walk into your place, you know, you hear some really good blues, right? And you got some really badass art on the walls, which we're going to put up on the show. Tell us about the guy who drew this.
His name is Will Ralston, and he's the GM for the Oddity Tattoo on University Boulevard. He's an amazing artist.
Is this an original design of his?
It is.
Wow.
So I called him up, told him what I was doing, gave him an idea, and like 15 minutes later, if you look in the restaurant right right above that that review that's on the board, that's etched on the board, the 1-star review, right above that is like a drawing of that guy, and that drawing was the first conceptual art of Mouthole, and we didn't change anything. We went straight from that drawing to
what it looks like there.
Do you have a tattoo of this on you right now?
I have the Hawaiian version of him. For
yeah.
What are we calling this guy? He got a name?
He's just the pig man. He's just the pig man.
The big man. And look at that chicken. Look how scared that chicken is. Christ.
Choking the chicken.
He's choking that little thing. Damn it.
That's what she said.
He's gonna chop it up and everything.
I used to love it when we were on the food truck and we'd have the big banners out and little kids would come with their families and they'd be like, Mommy, why is that guy choking his chicken? And I'd fucking die every time.
Wouldn't it be awesome if someone made this into a Halloween costume and that guy's running around?
That would be awesome.
So where's the food truck now? Is it parked somewhere, or is it like
it's just parked?
You're not ever going to use it again, or need it for like?
Probably not. We've been looking to sell it, but it's like, you know, it's like a kid. It was such a big part of our life. It's like every time I think about selling it, it's like, damn it.
A lot of history there.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I would like to see it go to somebody that is up and coming, and you know.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. What advice would you give to somebody that's just starting out right now in the restaurant?
They're starting out right now.
Yeah.
In this climate.
Yeah.
I would say don't do it. Anything in the service industry, the food industry, you're going to take the biggest hit that you've ever taken in your entire life. And if you don't have money to back that up, you're going to fail.
Yep.
This bottom line, all the businesses that I know that are successful are long standing. Like, one of our neighbors, it's Tony Chicago Beef. We've eaten there for,
I eat there.
Yeah.
dude, we've eaten there for 15 years.
Great sandwich.
Yeah.
15 years. His regulars, his followers, we could be in a depression. They're still going to support him because they've been doing the same process for the past 15 years. They've been going
same
there.
owner for 2 locations, right? He owns the one in South
Tony.
in Venice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he used to own the brewing company.
Okay, yeah, they sold that recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, to go back to you know, you got to have a following like that. You have to have customers that are willing to spend 5 of their last $20 or whatever it is. And some businesses, if you're new, you're not going to get it. We have friends that had the most successful food trucks, and I'm talking like there was what was it called? The Schnitzel trailer ran by some of our friends, and they'd go to Calusa. They'd have over an hour long wait on a ticket, and people they'd be sold out before they even opened the window.
Yeah, you hear about that.
Yeah, so they sold their trailer, and they sold their recipes and everything. Person that got it fizzled out in a month. Nobody wanted it because that's another thing we talk about having a second location from us is that our faces are Mouthole. You know, if our regulars have to go to somewhere in Bradenton or wherever it is, they're not gonna.
Yeah,
you know,
spaces in Gulfgate become available all the time, so maybe you'll stay in Gulfgate just in a bigger spot.
Yeah,
that's the goal. I think
that's the goal.
Because didn't the goat taco people change move locations? Screaming Goat.
Yeah. But I think Tralia Pizza is in there now.
Oh, what happened to that barbecue place? It was called
Southern Pride.
Yeah, they didn't last, right?
No.
And then Munchies. Is it true that Munchies is now closed?
Yeah. Munchies is closed.
That place was like legendary, man.
Yeah, they had too many owners, too many people.
They got new owners and
there seems like there's a lot of pizza in that area.
Oh,
like,
a lot of pizza, a lot of Italian.
There's a guy named Triflaga. He does a Detroit Square pizza. Man.
That's Tralia. Just Tralia Pizza.
Tralia, yeah, man, it was delicious. I was freaking out.
We haven't been in a while. He used to be on the other side, and then he was somewhere else. And
so my sisters love Brine. They go to Brine a lot.
Brine's good.
And then what's that Mexican place that's right there? Culican. I've eaten there a few times.
I like Culican.
They're good.
That's fun.
Yeah.
You know, there used to be, so there was a guy had a Jewish deli. Was it Saul? What's his name? He had a Jewish deli and he was in Gulfgate.
Meshuggah?
No, not Meshuggah. It was this guy goes way, way back, man. And he left. He was working out of a hotel. Then he had his own, guys from New York, authentic Jewish, food, Jewish American food. God,
was he the one that moved to downtown in that Applebee?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Saul's, yeah.
Oh, he had great cheesecake.
Oh, the guy had great everything, man. I don't know what happened to that cat, but he had Applebee's.
He moved, yeah.
Then he went into a hotel. Then he ended up in Gulfgate, but he partnered with like one of the stores, so he had half of it or something.
Yeah. I remember him. He had good food.
So do you both live in the Sarasota area?
We do.
Yeah, we live off Cattleman.
So I was going to ask you this earlier. How did you guys meet?
We have known each other since we were kids.
Yeah. So her brother, I played drums when I was a kid, and I played in a bunch of punk bands, hardcore bands, and
in the Tampa area.
No, in Virginia. So where I grew up, where I was born in Langley Air Force Base, Hampton, Virginia. Her father was in the Navy, and he was stationed in Virginia, so they lived in Newport News. And I don't know how I knew her brother from just the punk scene, and he sang in one of the bands that I had.
You know, Dave Grohl talks about that punk scene. Dave Grohl of Foo Fighters. There was a punk scene in Virginia.
Big one.
Yeah.
Big.
He talks about that.
Yeah,
because we were, the problem with Florida is that we're probably like, whether it's fashion or music or whatever, we're almost 10 years behind what's happening up north. But in Virginia, like, because of New York had such the humongous hardcore, punk rock scene, it just filtered down through DC, through Richmond, through Virginia, through the Carolinas. So we were always like, up to date with all that shit when I was growing up as a kid. I mean, the punk scene there was just completely bonkers. And we had a lot of good times when we were kids.
We did.
But I had 2 ramps in my backyard. I had like an impromptu boxing ring on the side of the house. We had, a drum set and a PA set up in the garage. So literally, I would have like 50 kids skating out back. Kids.
So your house was the cool house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was always the fun place.
Oh yeah.
Well, his dad's a musician. His whole family plays.
Yeah,
something.
my dad. I've come from a family of musicians. My dad's a jazz keyboardist, and I was exposed to a lot of really real musicians when I was young.
When was the last time you played drums?
Shit, 92 maybe.
So if you got behind a kit,
I mean, I could do a little simple beat, but I don't. so my dad's a jazz musician. My brother was, I mean, pretty much a prodigy. He can, my older brother, play any music, any instrument he touched. But me, I remember the first time I got reprimanded for the way I played drums was during jazz ensemble in high school. And my band instructor was like, dude, this isn't a rock and roll song. This is a jazz song. He's like, play like your brother. Just play like your brother. And I couldn't, you know, in my head, there was only rock and roll
Sure.
and hardcore and punk. So I had a really hard time, like, you know, stylistically. But there's things that I know now after living, you know, the way that I just didn't appreciate, like, the music my dad was playing or my brother, like the Wooten brothers. I met them when I was a kid, and I didn't realize how big they actually are until into my adulthood. I was like, holy shit, I know those guys. My dad played in a cover band with Jesse Wooten, the guitar player from the family, and that dude is, I mean, he's like a mutant on the guitar.
Yeah, those jazz guys are just freaks, man.
Yeah,
There's no doubt.
yeah,
But I'm a rocker too, man. You know, and jazz has its place, but you know, rock came out of the blues, right? And you know, I still listen to all that stuff, man. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Clapton, right? All those legends. Joe Bonamassa. I crank that stuff all the time, man. ZZ Top. Now down here, the Allman Brothers are very, very popular.
yeah.
Because there's a lot of roots here. In fact, my drummer actually married into the Betts family. So the Betts family was a big, big family, and his wife is a Betts. I guess Dickie's brother's side of the family, whatever. But when we go out to Stottlemeyer's or Big Top Live, you know, and you hear Allman Brothers being played by cover bands or tribute bands, people go crazy. They love it.
Yeah, yeah. Where we're from, there was a venue called the Hampton Coliseum. Definitely one of the biggest on the East Coast for rock and roll bands in the 80s and 90s. So you'd be hard pressed to come up with a hair band or a rock band that I haven't seen in concert at the Hampton Coliseum. I've seen like AC/DC 15, 20 times, Motley Crue, Dio, Billy Squier, Rat. I mean, you name it. I love. She doesn't love that music as much as I do.
I do.
But I'm definitely got more of a.
I was more hardcore punk and then goth and.
Well, let's Nikki, tell us your story. So, like high school, what were you listening to?
A lot of punk and goth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where'd you take it? Did you ever get into music yourself? Did you learn how to play?
No,
sing?
I'm musically retarded.
Okay. So you're just a big fan. You just enjoy going to the shows? How did
Yeah.
you? How did
And
you
she's
get
not politically correct.
Yeah.
I am not correct.
How did you get into the fashion industry?
I took a sewing class in high school, and I went to an alternative high school. And like, it wasn't a regular, like a home ec class. Like, I took a sewing class and I loved it. And my parents always supported anything I did, like art wise. Bought a sewing machine and just taught myself.
So did you make your own clothes in the beginning? And then you were making cool stuff that people noticed, like, oh shit, you can make me that too?
Yeah.
And then
I can pretty
grew
much,
from there?
I can pretty much make anything.
Well, her
Set
designs,
me
they
down.
weren't. Yeah, it wasn't a mirror of anything. It was like her stitch by stitch work.
Yeah.
Like, so the Punk Rock Betty clothing line was very unique to her. So another thing about us is, if you notice that, you know, we always pave our own way. And it was the same with that, is like the local Tampa fashion scene, for some reason, didn't want her
Tattooed.
in it. Yeah, so we
Looking like
we
I
partnered
look
up with
like-
another lady, and just went balls out. And we would have our own fashion shows. We had a show at Sahib Shrine with Z Edge, and I mean, there were a couple thousand people there.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but the entire tattoo world, like I know there's a huge tattoo festival. Reagan St. Peter runs one down in Cape Coral, and I know there's probably one in Tampa. I don't think there's one in Sarasota, but nonetheless, that clothing line would be fantastic for that crowd set, don't you think?
Yeah,
It would
it
be.
was.
Yep.
It was, because she started out rockabilly stuff, but then it got more,
I went into couture and I started doing wedding gowns and
a bunch of one-off
So
stuff.
were these like punk rock wedding gowns?
they were badass. I mean, the fabrics I was using were
Yeah, she definitely had a different take on fashion.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it was very unique.
So is that company still around, or is it defunct now?
No, I just do Mouthole now. I have no hobbies. I have no life.
Why?
I
Well,
love
I mean,
Mouthole. No, Mouthhole's our
because
life now.
Mouthhole makes her money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Mouthhole is your life in the sense that you're
Yeah.
up early, you're there
Yeah.
early. You know, that door opens up at noon, so there's a lot of
Yeah.
prep before that
Yeah.
door opens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because we were selling dress, we sold a dress for like $6,000.
Yeah.
But the problem is like her making.
It's like
she
people
is
have to eat. People don't have to buy.
a $6,000
True.
dress.
Yeah.
True.
And plus, she is a true artist when it comes to that. Where I want to make 100 burgers and sell 100 burgers, she wants to make the one dress and sell it to that special person. And if she can't find that special person, then she don't want to sell it. And that was the deciding thing about
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to pick the person that buys your stuff in a sense.
Kinda, yeah.
The important ones. Like we held on to this.
Respect that.
Yeah, we held on to a steampunk dress for years. And the thing is, like, it's got a bunch of different layers. I mean, the craftsmanship on it is out of this fucking world.
Art.
You guys are artists. Do you consider yourselves to be artists?
I do.
Yeah, because you create shit. You built shit, right?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You're building a brand. I mean, Mouthole is now a brand. There's gonna only come a day where some millionaire is gonna come up to you and say, "Hey, man, I want to grow with you. I want you to be my guy."
I'm gonna be like, I sold, fucking sold. When we were in Montana, that's all we could think about was the second location in Montana. The Bozeman area is just it's everything right there. It's booming.
He loves it.
Yeah, it's booming right there, except for the cold.
He says it's absolutely gorgeous, and you see a lot of crazy wildlife all over the place.
Yeah,
everywhere. It was kind of unnerving pulling up to a spot, and then the first sign you see is you're going to get attacked by a bear.
Yeah,
that's a little weird.
Is that nutty?
Or our hotel counter, big sign right there: rent bear spray for the day or for the week.
You think bear spray works? I mean, I don't think I want to be close enough, right?
I don't want to find out.
But they say that certain bears you're not supposed to run away from because they'll run after you or some shit. Like,
yeah.
And then Joe Rogan talks about how you're supposed to play dead and let the bear maul you because then the bear will leave you, but you'll still be mauled and he won't kill you.
let him chew on you a little bit.
That's insanity, man.
Yeah.
So tell us about Sturgis, man. You love going to Sturgis?
We do. Bike rallies are bike rallies. You'll see the same vendors. You see all the same shit. But South Dakota, man, the riding there is just incredible. The weather, we've been blessed for it to be really good all the times we've been. So I can only imagine being there in bad weather because it doesn't look good.
No.
Can you take your bike and put it on a truck and then drive the truck out there and then take the bike off, or do you have to drive the bike there? It's like
no. So this year when we went, we wanted to go to obviously Montana and see some other things along the way. So we towed the bike because there were some spots in Montana that we wanted to go off roading at, and
places you can't ride a motorcycle.
Yeah. So we just bought her a brand new, what is it?
Subaru Outback Wilderness.
Yeah, so it has the skid plates underneath. It's lifted a little bit, got more horsepower. The thing's beast mode off road. So there was so much shit that we got to see in Montana that you can't access with a regular car, or there's no way I could get back there on my bike. And that made the trip for Montana for us, is being able to see some of these things. Yeah. And then when we were just driving around the Badlands, and
that's one of my favorite places, Badlands.
Yeah, so we took this one road, and then there's like an entrance called the Baja entrance to the back of the Badlands, which is all off-road shit. And we went back there and had the time of our lives, right? I mean,
it wasn't on the map. It wasn't, it was just there. We just saw the sign. It was.
And it's not, so there's no cell service out there. You get stuck out there, you're just on your own. And it wasn't, obviously because in the Badlands, there's no mud but there was ruts back there, just all kinds of shit. And it's definitely like, there's no way you can get a bike back there past the first couple 100 feet of the entrance. So, I mean, that being able to do those things in the car, it would meant a lot. We had a blast.
And then you camped out at night, right? I heard the stars must be phenomenal, right? Up in the sky.
No, well, we saw them at night at the Badlands, but I'm not camping nowhere, dude.
He does not camp.
Because those bears, man.
Any of it.
He has to have AC and a
bed,
shower.
I need a bed. I can't sleep. I'm too old to sleep on the floor.
But some of the so in Montana, South Dakota, all those out west spots, some of those places you just pull up and camp on the side of the road. It's the weirdest thing.
I heard that.
So right in front of the Badlands, there's this huge ledge that overlooks one of the canyons, and all you can see is campers across the whole top of it. So we couldn't get the bike back there, but we were able to drive back there in our car. And there's people just lined up along this edge. So when the sun comes up and goes down, they just have like this crazy view, man.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
There's people living in the mountains in Montana. We took we rented a UTV and went up the side of this mountain, and there's people like deep on that thing, just back there on a bicycle in a tent.
You ever see any weird shit, like any crazy ass animals or any like super lightning, crazy fucking UFO shit?
We caught a bunch of like meteors last time we were in.
Oh, we did.
Sturgis, yeah. We were taking pictures of something else, and we were looking at the pictures. I was like, "Oh fuck, look at this thing!" But as far as wildlife, I mean, we've been 30 feet from buffalo.
Yeah, we've been on the motorcycle and like had herds on both sides and just on
that was
the
a
motorcycle.
little scary. That shit was scary as hell.
I loved it.
Do the buffalo, are they like they're so used to people now and like they probably don't give a shit?
No, they give a shit.
Do they?
Some of them.
Shit.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to stop the bike, got off, and kind of standing next to it, and they just walked by. But you always see, like, I think the ones in South Dakota are a little more tolerant than the ones in Yellowstone, because I don't think those animals like to fuck around. There's so many people in there.
What are some other places around the country that you guys have gone to that you'd like to talk about or cool times?
We went to Laconia 100th in New Hampshire, and I loved it. She didn't like it because of the weather up there.
It's cold.
But
what time of the year was it?
June, so I packed for summer.
Still cold in June?
Yeah.
It's fucking freezing, dude.
I was like, it's summertime. We're on a motorcycle, you know.
It was freezing and it rained
winter.
a lot. They call it Rainconia. But yeah, we had a blast. I loved it up there.
I probably should have Googled that more.
What do you guys think about the big city? Like, you ever going to New York City? Like, you ever going to Chicago, LA? Like, are you not a city guy by any means?
Not a city guy. She actually got invited to show at this thing called Puts Fashion Week, and it was a few blocks away from the Mercedes tent. So she did a couture and ready to wear night, and it was amazing. So we got to pick from like a couple hundred industry models. Never seen no shit like that in my life. We use the girls local. A lot of them are our friends, and you know, I was like her. What's the guy's name?
He's like my
Tim Gunn, the guy from that. He co-hosts Tyra Banks. So I was kind of like that guy for her when it came to the models, and so they put us in this room and they brought in 200 girls.
And they were wearing your clothes?
I had to pick which ones that
they were naked.
Yeah, they bring.
No, but they were gonna model the stuff.
Yeah, well, we got to pick the girls.
That's cool though. But how cool is that that you picked the girls to wear the clothes? That's gotta be awesome.
Yep.
It was really cool.
Was that like one of the highlights you think of your career in that sense?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean,
it was cool and it was weird at the same time because you're talking about being in the room with 200 of the most beautiful women and they're pretty much naked.
Yeah, right.
So that's where my professionalism came into play.
Like most of the designers that went to that show only got to do like one night, and I got to do 2 nights. So when it came to picking models, well, first of all, the way I looked, and I mean, you see how I look. People didn't look like us back then.
Yeah,
no, but in your profession, that was a good thing. It was a plus.
Yeah, well, the other designers
look is probably like sets you apart from your competition, right?
Yeah, but
the other designers definitely didn't. Some of the models were like, oh, well,
like they didn't want to.
Yeah, they didn't believe in the
because they're coming from a different world, maybe like
I don't think they realized that my stuff was. I don't want to say as good as it is, as good as it is.
Because after the first night, all of them were like, "Oh shit, can we walk for you in the next show?"
And did you have to pay these women too?
No.
Wow.
They were set up by the show. Everything was set up by the show.
How great is that?
Yeah.
It was crazy, man. I mean, they had like a runway, a million photographers. It was just like a bit, just like you would see on TV. It was crazy. That's probably literally one of the best experiences.
I miss all that stuff, but I don't know. Mouthole is life now.
So, as we get ready to wrap up the show, Mouthole is life.
It is life.
That could be a T-shirt for both of you, right? Mouthole is life. But I think, again, as much as I love this place, I think the reason is you're both unique. You're both artists. You both care and have passion about what you're doing, right?
We do.
I think that quality is everything. And like you had mentioned earlier, you want that burger that you sold a year ago to taste exactly like it is, the next time someone comes in. And I think Gulf Gate's a fantastic location for you guys.
Yeah, we love our neighbors right there. All of them.
We've built this business on the food. Like, we don't care if you like us. We want you to like the food. That's all it's about.
And we're not staffed for extended customer service. That's why we don't do full service.
So what's like the next thing for you guys? Like if you what's the next perfect thing to happen? Like, you want to get bought out, you want to expand, Like, what's the next step for
I think
Mouthole?
expand. Well, not really a bigger building, but maybe not another location yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
We have two.
we're very restricted in the size of our kitchen,
Yeah.
basically.
But do you feel bad at the end of the day that you're not able to service all the people that want to
Yeah.
service you?
Yeah.
And like when you run out, you're like, I feel bad about it. You know,
I do. Yeah.
I don't. Because it's the thing, if I make more, then I'm going to reheat it the next day and serve it to somebody. And I don't want to do
But you want to get rid of all your product every day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You want to start fresh every morning. But then
Yeah.
again, your morning starts at like what, 6 a.m. to get your stuff ready.
Well, the meat gets put on right after we close the previous night to whatever.
for
So
smoking.
Thursday night, the meat will get put in the smoker for Friday.
So it's smoking overnight.
Oh yeah, at least 14 to 16 hours.
And then
Like the corned beef for the Reuben, I got to go in tomorrow and smoke it.
Do you have a smoker at your house too? Like, do you have all these things?
we
at your
have
home?
what 4 smokers?
We got 4 smokers at the house.
You guys ever think about doing chicken wings? I love smoked chicken wings.
We used to. We used to smoke them and then we'd throw them in the deep fryer. They're so
I
good.
know wings need to be smoked. People that don't smoke them, I don't know why
Yeah.
they don't do.
Yeah, when the price jump happened, then it just made it a little hard to. I couldn't justify selling them to somebody for that much money.
Right? You ever think about doing specials, just like every once in a while, just doing something kooky, something different? You know.
I mean, we do like a banh mi. We do like the whole Hawaiian menu. We do poke bowls, shoyu chicken, Kahlua pork.
Hey, could you like roast a pig? You have the setup for that? You can do a whole thing?
We have, yeah. Some of our clients, there's a cigar lounge. They do a yearly thing at the Polo Club, and like a private thing, and we cater it. And they always ask.
Hey,
for
I
a
smoke
pig.
cigars too. Where do you smoke? Where do you go? Like, you go to a certain place?
Yeah, my spot that I've been going to since we lived here is Maduro's on Tamiami.
Okay, is there also one up in Lakewood Ranch? Is it?
There's one on University, but
Right,
they were licensed to Maduro's, and then they are not licensed to Maduro's anymore. And I think they're called Clubhouse Cigars. But the owners are nice people.
And then there's Cigar. He's got multiple locations.
Love that guy,
We
George.
got a locker there.
I got a locker there. Yeah, George is actually on the screen that you saw how you hooked up with this place, and now you're on. So George is on there too.
I want to join a cigar club, and I want to start getting back in the regular. I used to have a locker at this place in Fort Myers, and it was a nice club where everybody got together and you watch sports. You know, remember the Wii system? Remember Wii bowling?
Yeah.
We used to have Wii bowling tournaments. It was so much fun. Those were the good days.
Well, they got that golfing game in Maduro's. Them dudes are serious about that shit. The one where you roll the ball, they're fucking serious about
Do
that.
you guys have any time to watch like any favorite television shows you like? Any movies that you any you know?
No, we'll pick a series and binge watch it.
Yeah.
She likes all the Yellowstone
Like
stuff.
the Ozark.
We started that. The problem with those type of series is when they start getting unrealistic, and then it ruins it for me. Like Sons of Anarchy it was the best thing in the beginning, and then towards the middle and the end, it's like you could tell the writers got lazy and they're just like, oh, let's just make up some bullshit.
Like they call it jumping the shark.
Yeah,
That's the term. You know what? There's something on Apple TV called Pluribus, I think it's called. It's excellent.
Is it?
It's science fiction meets dark comedy.
Oh, we need
And
to watch
it's awesome.
that one.
The woman who is the star in it was the female attorney in Better Call Saul, which to me is one of the greatest shows ever made, Better Call Saul. And she's excellent, and I guarantee you she's going to win some kind of award. Because
we need to start watching that one.
yeah.
Then.
My all-time favorite is The Shield. If I was a cop, I'd be Vic Mackey in a heartbeat. I don't know.
I never saw The Shield.
Oh man, that's one of the best cop shows there is out there.
Were you a Sopranos guy?
No, we watched it on and off, but we never really some like background. We never really sat down and watched it.
What would you say your favorite sitcom, like TV sitcom of all time? If you had to say, like, because like some people may say Seinfeld, some people may say,
I like
NYPD
Seinfeld.
Blue, right?
Dude, I'm gonna show my age, man. I loved like shows like Three's Company, The Love Boat, Too Close for Comfort, like all those.
Remember ABC had all those shows, like it was ABC on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Like they had like Fantasy Island,
Love Fantasy
yeah.
Island.
It was like
Tattoo.
Yeah. I got some cigar friends, dude. They make memes of my ass all the time and replace my face with the tattoo guy from Fantasy Island.
That's funny.
Them sons of bitches.
That's funny. All right. So as we wrap up, I want to thank you both for coming on the show.
Thank you.
for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us.
Yeah, no, it was great to get to know you a little bit better. What's the one thing you'd like to tell your future customers that are thinking about coming to Mouthole?
I don't know. Basically, you're going to get what you see online or anywhere else. We're exactly who we present ourselves as. The food, it's basic, but
See, you're being humble right now.
He
Man.
is.
Your food
I
is
am,
delicious.
but like I said, I wanted to be everything we do is maybe not simplistic in process, but the flavor.
But don't you realize how good your shit is, man? Like don't you realize that like what you're doing is very unique and like nobody's doing what you're doing in the area?
I've heard that.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just what we do. And like
It's just who
some
we
people
are.
aren't going to like us. They're not going to like the decor. They're not going to like the music like you do.
I know,
And to that, I don't know.
But F you to those people, man.
Yeah.
And that's exactly
And
what
that's
we
the beautiful
do.
thing about being a small business owner. Is you could put a big sign up. We reserve the right to serve whoever the fuck we want to serve.
A lot of the other restaurants in the area, like every time they see us, they're like, "Oh, we wish we could be you," because we started out with saying "fuck you" to everybody.
Right.
Like a lot of people can't do that.
But that it actually adds to the mystique of the place.
Yeah.
Like you might get yelled at if you go in there. Like
Yeah,
the
we
soup
gotta-
Nazi. Remember the soup Nazi?
Yeah. No more
We got
soup
a
for you.
review. What 2 weeks ago, a guy said he came in and he really wanted to leave
Get
us
yelled at?
he wanted to leave a bad review and say something, but he couldn't because he watched us back there working. He ate the food and he
I
was
loved
like,
it.
I was blown away. He was.
But we
so-
just got another 3-star review where the guy started out, "This is my honest opinion." And he gave us his opinion about the smash burger, which what we were talking about earlier, it's not a traditional smash burger. So, if you're, us saying smash burger might be misleading to a smash burger purist, but he gave his honest opinion. That's his
So it's
opinion.
still delicious, regardless.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Yeah.
what he's. Yeah.
And he said that, but it's like, I can't, that's his opinion. I can't ding him for that.
Yeah.
Not
But
everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I
Yeah.
think what's frustrating for a restaurant owner is that Google now, 90% of the time it's all lovey-dovey, but then there's always those assholes that are up there, and then now you have to police it and you have to watch it, right?
Yeah.
And
those
you
are
have
the ones. Those are the ones that they get the treatment.
But it drives you crazy, doesn't it? It
It
makes you
does.
fucking your
Especially
blood.
when
It does.
most of the 1-star reviews that we get, we don't have a lot, but the ones that we get in their review, it always says, "I haven't eaten there." But
There's a couple,
just
yeah.
because of the way the building's dark and the colors we
I know, but these
use or the
people-
way
who are
we
these
look.
people? They're
Yeah.
a bunch of
who-
Karens.
I mean, who doesn't-
Sarasota, we have a lot of old people.
Yeah.
So like I'm a musician and I play in a lot of venues where the neighbors complain about the noise. And I'm like, well, why the fuck did you buy a condo
Yeah.
above a bar if you knew that there was going to be
I know
noise?
who doesn't want a little jizzle in their food, man.
Right?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with jizzle.
makes the world go around. I tell you, dude, some of our older customers
We
are
have our
probably the
demographics.
dirtiest,
Yeah.
the dirtiest old people. And I don't know if they're like that when they get out of the restaurant, but they love.
Because like, there's no judgment when you walk to the counter and you talk to me. We don't judge. Say what we don't. I don't care what you say,
Yeah,
and they will say anything. And
they do.
It's fucking hilarious.
You know what makes me
Right.
laugh, dude? When people come in there and they're standing there, they have no idea what the fuck to order. And I'm like, especially if I'm like behind them, I'm like, come on, man, just get the goddamn line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For Christ's sakes. And you guys do hot dogs too.
Yeah, our chili dog is probably hands down one of the best in the area.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put that out there. We make the chili. It's a family recipe. It's perfect for a fucking hot dog. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Our chili cheese hot dog is definitely.
All
one
right,
of the
so
best.
we're going to end the show on that. The chili cheese hot dog has to be tried.
Has to be tried.
Ray is going out and saying it's probably the best that we're going to put in our mouths. How's that? Is that
Yeah.
safe to say?
Close.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shove
Close.
that wiener in your hole.
You guys got all these great taglines, man. You got to make like a fucking shirt with all these, put your mouth on it. Like, all these things you guys say. It's hysterical.
Well, the smoked sausage is actually called a throat choker on the menu.
There you go.
Yeah.
The throat choker.
It's called a throat
That could be
choker.
the name of a punk band, dude. Throat chokers.
Yeah, it probably is. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming in. It's been a great show.
Thank
And,
you.
I'm encouraging everybody listening to come see you both
Come-
and to order. Get there early. Don't be showing up at like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock and being like, where are the ribs? I'm like, no, the ribs are gone, dude.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. Come early.
Yep. Come to Mouthole. Put Ray's meat in your mouth.
Yeah, if there's a line of people, then there's going to be a wait. So just be patient with us.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Definitely worth it.
Fantastic. All right. Well, it's been a great show. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for
man.
having
See
us.
you
I
soon
appreciate
at
you.
the restaurant.